Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Alright, how are you guys doing? This is another tutorial video and it is about this picture that you are seeing right there and the video. This is build up neckline and also with princess dart. Alright, so you will learn how to draft some pattern paper and as well cut it out. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is to measure 1.5 inches. This is the collar length, all right, and we are going to use it later, and it also serves as my starting line. All right, and I will go ahead and mark my bust point, under bust, then the waist and the full length. All right, so I will rule the lines across. Okay, so that's for the full length. I will rule it across. The next thing I'm going to do is to mark my shoulder divided by 2, and on that point come down by 1 inch. All right, for the armhole line, that that's for the armhole line. Then I will rule it like so. Okay, then the neck width I'm using is 3.5 inches, so going to connect it to that shoulder line. Okay, shoulder slope. All right, then go ahead and label the lines so that we will not be confused. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to measure nipple nipple to nipple divided by 2. All right, so go ahead and measure the under bust from the bust point under bust up to the full length line. Okay, so just grab the ruler and rule the no, connect the dot line like so. Okay, so on the armhole line I will divide it by 2, then okay means by half an inch. Then on the chest line, divide my bust point into 4. Then we connect the 3 dots together to form our armhole line. Okay, so on the under bust, I'm taking that of 2 inches. Then on the waistline, 2 inches as well. So from the rule across, right, from the bust point, I'm marking down 1 inch to connect the darts from under bust to the bust point. Okay, so to trying to locate the middle point of that our armhole. All right, so then we are going to connect the lines together like so. That is for our princess dart. Connect the lines together. Then from there we mark 1 inch, then connect it to the bust point area. Okay, to form our cup, right? So from the line, mark 1 inch, then on the chest line another 1 inch to form a new armhole. Okay, so that our the side will not be sh- shorter than the center front. Okay, so I'm going to extend the dart to the full line. All right, the dart leg to the full line. Okay, so for the build up neckline, on the point of that from that neck width, I'm going to come out by um quarter of an inch, then you cuff it, join it together like so. Okay, from there I will mark down 6 inches, 6 inches. From that 6 inches to the to the point up there, I'm going to use the cuff ruler and cuff it like so. That is our build up neckline. All right, so the neckline has extended by 1.5 inches. Okay, I will go ahead and take my measurement, the bust measurement, the waist. Okay, the waist measurement, and as well the full the hip measurement. Don't forget to add the dart intake. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do here is to rule it across the lines. Please pay close attention to what I'm about to do here. So from the hip line, I will extend it by 3 inches, then connect it to the waistline just to give it a fine shape and curve. Okay, all right, so from there I I went up by 3.5 inches, then curve it down to the midpoint there, right there. Okay, this will give me a fine shape, and that is it. Okay, then we go ahead and cut it out. Guys, don't forget, there is no sewing allowance. I've not added sewing allowance to this pattern at all. I didn't add sewing allowance, so the next thing I'm going to do is just to cut it out and add my sewing allowance while cutting on the fabric. The next thing is to place our dart, bust dart, and I'm using uh 1.5. Then we connect it like so. Okay, that is basically it. Okay, all right, and then go ahead and cut it out. We will not cut everything. Okay, so guys, this is it. I've already cut it out and then labeled it. Then for our back, right, I've gone ahead to draft the back. You know, there's for the back, to eliminate the zipper bulge, you know, came in by half an inch there, and then draw the line up. So just as the way we did for the front neckline. Okay, for the build up neckline, we come out by quarter of an inch. From there we mark to the up like that, then we connect with a curve side of the ruler and blend it towards the shoulder line. blend it towards the shoulder line. Okay, then and extend the upper part to the zipper allowance. All right, now trying to blend the lines together. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is, and for the darts, I use 1 inch for the dart. All right, for the back dart, that's 1 inch. Then if you want it like this, you can leave the dart like that, but I want to use a princess dart as well, a curve. So from that point, mark 1 inch upwards and connect it to the dart leg, like you see me doing. I hope you understand what I did there. From that midpoint of the armhole, I marked 1 inch upwards and then connect it together. Go ahead and cut it out like so. And for the zipper area, cut that one out. Go ahead and label it center back and center and back sides. Okay, so that is it. Okay, to know that you did the correct thing, place the front sides to front center front with the center back to get the exact whether it is equal. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it on the fabrics and as well together with lining. All right, and I've added my sewing allowance. Okay, sewing allowance. So guys, if you have watched to this part, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to like, share and comment. If you have any question, drop it on the